আসসালামু আলাইকুম, ওয়েলকাম টু মাই চ্যানেল। আজকের আয়োজনে রয়েছে 18তম ভাইবার ইংলিশ বিষয়ের প্রস্তুতি। যারা কোনো প্রিপারেশনই নেননি তারা আজকের ভিডিওটা দেখলে শুরু থেকে শেষ পর্যন্ত মোটামুটি একটা প্রিপারেশন হয়ে যাবে। হোয়াট ইজ আ ল্যাঙ্গুয়েজ? দ্য সাউন্ড হুইচ ইজ ইউজড টু এক্সপ্রেস আ সেন্স ইজ কল্ড আ ল্যাঙ্গুয়েজ। সেকেন্ড কোয়েশ্চেন, হোয়াট ইজ গ্রামার? The rules of speaking, reading, and writing a language correctly are called grammar. What is letter? A letter is a sign or symbol which is used for writing a sound. Or a letter is a sign or symbol which expresses a sound. What is the alphabet? The 26 letters from A to Z are collectively called alphabet. Or all the letters that are used in writing a language are called the alphabet. What are vowels? The letters which are pronounced without the help of other letters are called vowel. What are the consonants? The letters which are not pronounced without the help of vowels are called consonant. What is a word? Word is a group of letters which expresses a meaning. What is syllable? The part of a word which is pronounced at a time is called a syllable. What is a sentence? A sentence is a group of words which contains at least a subject and a verb and make complete sense by itself. What is an assertive sentence? The sentence that gives a statement is called an assertive sentence. What is an affirmative sentence? The sentence that gives a positive sense or meaning is called affirmative sentence. What is a negative sentence? The sentence that gives a negative sense or meaning is called a negative sentence. What is an interrogative sentence? An interrogative sentence is a sentence which asks a question. What is an imperative sentence? The sentence that expresses order, advice, request, proposal, prohibition, etc. are called imperative sentence. What is an optative sentence? The sentence that expresses wish, prayer, blessing, etc. is called an optative sentence. What is an exclamatory sentence? The sentence that expresses the sudden feeling of mind, surprise, joy, sorrow, etc. called an exclamatory sentence. What is the subject? A subject of a sentence may be a word or a group of words that tells us who or what does something, or a person or a thing about which something is said is called a subject. What is predicate? What is said about the subject is called predicate. What are part of speech? The different kind of word are called part of speech. What is a noun? The name of any person, place, thing or quality is called a noun. What is a pronoun? The noun that refers to the name of a particular person, place, etc. is called proper noun. What is a common noun? Common noun is a name given to all things and persons. What is a collective noun? A collective noun is the name of a group of similar thing or person taken as a whole. What is called a material noun? The noun which cannot be counted but can be measured is called material noun. What is an abstract noun? An abstract noun is the name of a quality, action or state of an object. What is a number? The word that indicates the number of a person or thing is called number. What is singular number? The noun that indicates only one person or thing is called singular number. What is plural number? The noun that indicates more than one person or thing is called plural number. What is gender? The word that indicates whether a noun or pronoun is male or female or neither both of them or both of them is called gender. What is masculine gender? Noun and pronoun that stand for male are called masculine gender. What is feminine gender? Nouns or pronouns that stand for female are called feminine gender. What is common gender? Noun or pronoun that stands for either male or female are called common gender. What is neutral gender? Noun or pronoun that stand for for things without life are called neutral gender. What is a reflexive pronoun? Reflexive pronouns are those pronouns in which the action is done by the subject reflects upon it. What is reciprocal pronoun? Reciprocal pronoun are those pronouns which are used to express a reciprocal relationship. What is an adjective? An adjective is a word which tells about the quality, quantity, position, condition, number of a noun or pronoun. What is a principal verb? The verb which has a meaning of its own and can be used as the only verb in a sentence, alone or with a helping verb. What is an auxiliary verb? The word which is used with a main verb to form tense, voice mode is called an auxiliary verb. What is a transitive verb? A verb that takes an object is a transitive verb. What is adverb? An adverb is a word that modifies an adjective, a verb, or another adverb. What is preposition? A preposition is a word often placed before a noun or pronoun to show its relation with another noun or pronoun or to some other words in a sentence. What is an intransitive verb? A verb that has no object is an intransitive verb. What is finite verb? The verb which completes the speech of a sentence is called a finite verb. What is a non-finite verb? A non-finite verb is a verb form that does not show tense, person or number and cannot function as a main verb in a clause. What is tense? The time of accompanying any action of a verb is called tense. What is the definition of present continuous tense? The present continuous tense describes an action which is going on. What is weak verb or regular verb? The verb which form their past and past participle by adding ed to the base is regular way are called weak verb or regular verb. What is strong verb or irregular verb? The verb which does not have regular d or ed ending in their past or past participle form are called irregular verb. We can define it as another way that the verb that build past and past participle form by changing its vowel is called irregular verb or strong verb. What is proverb? A well-known phrase or sentence give advice or say something that is generally true. What is dictionary? A book that gives a list of words of a language in alphabetical order and explain what they mean. What is a gerund? A gerund is that form of the verb which ends in ing and has the force of a noun and a verb. What is participle? A participle is a word that looks like a verb but works like an adjective to describe a noun. What is phrase? Phrase is a group of words without a subject and a finite verb. What is phonetics? Phonetics refers to the study of sound in human speech. What is syntax? Syntax is the set of rules that governs how words are arranged to form sentence in a language. What is tense? The time of doing any action is called tense. What is tag question? Tag question is a phrase added to the end of a statement in order to turn into a question. What is prefix? Prefix is a letter or group of letters to the front of a word to make a new word. What is suffix? Suffix is a letter or group of letters added with a word to make the new word. What is punctuation? Punctuation is the art of dividing sentences by points and stop to make the meaning clear. What is an essay? An essay is a short piece of writing on a particular subject. What is the full form of NTRC? NTRC means Government, Non-Government Teachers Registration and Certification Authority. What is the full form of NCTB? National Curriculum and Textbook Board. What is the full form of LAD? Language Acquisition Device. How many skills are there in English? There are 4 skills: listening, speaking, reading, and writing. What is the full form of IELTS? International English Language Testing System. What is the differences between novel and novel? A novel is a long story written in book, usually fiction. On the other hand, a noble means being good, honorable, or having high moral qualities. Actually, a novel is a type of book and novel describe a person's characters. What is the differences between gerund and participle? A gerund is a verb form that acts like a noun, and a participle is a verb form that acts like an adjective. What is metaphor? Metaphor is an indirect competition between two different things. It would be comparison. The classroom was a zoo. Here is indirect comparison. What is simile? Simile is direct comparison between two different things. Rana is as slow as a snail. Here, like and as must be used. What is hyperbole? Hyperbole is an exaggerated statement. Example: 10,000 saw I at a glance. William Wordsworth Daffodils poem. What is irony? Irony is a figure of speech in which we say one thing when we mean another. Example: go ask him name. If he be married, my grave is like to be my wedding. It's from Romeo and Juliet, Shakespeare's play. What is couplet? Couplet is two verse line rhymes together at the end. What is chorus? Chorus is a group of performers who sing, dance at the time, take part in the action of a play. What is alliteration? The repetition of consonant sounds, especially at the beginning of words. What is assonance? Assonance is the repetition of vowel sound. What is soliloquy? Soliloquy is a dramatic technique of speaking alone on stage. To be or not to be, that is the question. It is example. What is lyric? Expressing a person's personal feeling and thoughts. What is sonnet? Sonnet is a lyric poem of 14 iambic pentameter lines. How many pairs in a sonnet? There are 2 pairs in a sonnet, one is octave and sestus. First 8 lines are called octave and last 6 lines is called sestus. How many types of sonnet? There are 3 types of sonnet: Petrarchan sonnet, Shakespearean sonnet, Spenserian sonnet. What is ode? An ode is a type of poem that expresses strong feelings of admiration or respect for someone or something. There are 3 types of odes. They are Pindaric odes, Horatian odes, irregular odes. What is ballad? Ballad is a narrative poem that tells a strong thought, dialogue, and action. What is elegy? An elegy is a type of poem that expresses sorrow and mourning for someone who has passed away. What is epic? Epic is a long narrative poem that tells the story of heroes' adventures. What is poetry? Poetry is a type of writing that uses special words and rhymes to share feelings, ideas, or stories. What is satire? Satire is a type of humor that makes fun of people, events, or society to criticize them and highlight their flaws. What is dramatic monologue? Dramatic monologue is a kind of poem in which a single character reveals a dramatic situation. What is comedy? Comedy is a kind of drama which begins with adversity or discord but ends in happiness. What is tragedy? Tragedy is a type of a story or play that ends in sadness, often with the main character suffering or dying. Different period of English literature is most important for Viva. Old English period is 450 to 1066. Middle English period 1066 to 1500. Renaissance period, it is most important period. You have to keep clear concept about all the periods of English literature. It is very important for Viva. Mainly Renaissance period, Romantic period, Victorian period, modern period is most important. The next question, who is called the father of English novel? Henry Fieldings. Who is called the father of English poem? Is Geoffrey Chaucer. Who is called the poet of poets? Edmund Spenser, most important. Who is called mock heroic in English literature? Alexander Pope. Who is called an epic poet? John Milton. Who is both a poet and a painter? William Blake. Who is the poet of nature in English? William Wordsworth. Who is called the poet of nature? John Keats. Who is called the rival poet in English literature? Lord Byron. Who is called the poet of skylark? Is P.V. Shelley. Who is called the father of modern English literature? J.V. Shaw. George Bernard Shaw. Who is called the father of short story? Edgar Allan Poe. Who is most translated author of the world? V.I. Lenin. William Shakespeare was born on 23 April in 1564 AD. He died in 23 April in 1616 AD. He is a famous 16th centurian poet. He is the greatest playwright. He had two sons, Hamlet and Susan. He had a daughter, Judith. He wrote 37 dramas. He wrote 154 sonnets. The longest play is Hamlet. His most dramas written in iambic pentameter. His tragedies are Hamlet, Macbeth, Romeo and Juliet, Antony and Cleopatra, Julius Caesar, King Lear. His comedy plays Twelfth Night, The Comedy of Errors, Much Ado to Nothing, Measure for Measure, Love, Lovers Lost, A Midsummer Night Dreams, All's Well That Ends Well. His tragic comedy plays are The Winter's Tale, The Tempest, The Merchant of Venice. These three are tragicomedy. His historic play King John, Henry 4, 5, 6, 8. His famous poems are A Lover's Complaint, Rape of Lucrece. Percy Bysshe Shelley, romantic poet, dramatist, essayist and novelist. He was an athlete. He died at the age of 30. His famous poetry are Queen Maeve, The Spirit of Solitude, Prometheus Unbound, The Revolt of Islam. His famous poems are Ozymandias, Ode to the West Wind, The Skylark, Ode to the Liberty, The Trump of Life, last poem. He wrote Adonis, Elegy on the Death of John Keats. About John Milton, he is called the epic poet. He wrote Paradise Lost, Paradise Regained, Lycidas, Arcades, Comus, Argopagitia, About Alexander Pope, he is famous for Rape of the Lock. About John Keats, he is called the poet of beauty. He died at the age of 26. About Lord Byron, rival poet, he wrote Don Juan. He died at the age of 36. He also wrote Prometheus, Hour of Idleness, Childe Harold, Pilgrimage. About William Wordsworth, he wrote The Daffodils, The Solitary Reaper, Imitation to Immortality, Lyrical Ballad, The Prelude, The Recluse, Thanksgiving Ode. About S.T. Coleridge, full name Samuel Taylor Coleridge. His famous poetry is Lyrical Ballad. He wrote Rime of the Ancient Mariner, The Nightingale, Criswell, Kubla Khan, Real and Image, The Julian Harps, Frost at Night. Famous quotation, Hamlet. To be or not to be, that is the question. Frailty, thy name is woman. Two famous quotations are in Hamlet, Macbeth. Fierce is foul, foul is fair. There is a dagger in man's smile. All the perfumes of Arabian will not sweeten this little hand. As you like it, all the world is a stage, and the man and the woman merely players. True is that we have seen better days. 12th night, some people born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thirst upon them. Percy Bysshe Shelley, Ode to the West Wind. Oh, lift me as a wave, a leaf, a cloud, I fell upon the thorn of life. Blade. If winter comes, can spring be far behind? To a skylark, our sweetest song are those tell to the saddest thought. John Keats, Ode to Autumn, Ode to Grecian Arm, Ode to Nightingale. Important quotation, beauty is truth, truth is beauty, or on a Grecian Arm. A thing of beauty is a joy forever. Epic poem, the music in my heart I bore, long after it was heard no more. Or to the Nightingale. William Wordsworth, birth 1770, death 1850, romantic poet, poet of nature. Poem, Solitary Reaper. The Daffodils. I wandered lonely as a cloud. The daffodil gave the poet a great deal of pleasure. Important quotations, 10,000 saw I at a glance, tossing their head in sprightly dance. The Solitary Reaper. Child is father of a man. My heart leaps up when I behold. Samuel Taylor Coleridge, birth 1772, death 1834. The Rime of the Ancient Mariner. Poem, quotation, water, water everywhere, and I and all the birds did shrink. Water, water everywhere, nor any drop to drink. From the Ancient Mariner. He prayeth well who loved well, both man and bird and beast. He prayed best who loved best, all things both great and small. The Ancient Mariner. W.B. Yeats. William Butler Yeats. He was an Irish poet. He was born on June 13, 1865 and died January 28, 1939. Poems, The Second Coming, Wild, Stands at Court, A Prayer of My Daughter. He wrote the instruction of Song Offering. Charles Dickens is a novelist. His famous writings are Great Expectation, David Copperfield, A Tale of Two Cities, Oliver Twist. Leo Tolstoy, Russian novelist, famous work War and Peace. Ernest Hemingway, American novelist, famous work A Farewell to Arm, For Whom the Bell Tolls, A Old Man and the Sea. Jewish Shaw, full name George Bernard Shaw, English dramatist, modern English dramatist. He was a playwright. Famous work Caesar and Cleopatra, Man on Superman, Arms and the Man, comedy play Candida. It was written in 1894. T.S. Eliot, modern English poet, was born in USA. Famous work The Wasteland and got Nobel Prize for it. Gerontion poem. William Somerset Maugham, famous work O. Sir Winston Churchill. He was a statesman. He was awarded Nobel Prize in 1953. His famous work is History of the Second World War. O. Henry William Sidney Porter. His D.S. Lawrence famous work Thomas Hardy, Arundhati Roy, literary terms. It is most important. You have to write it in your copies and you have to read it again and again. It may be asked in Viva. Okay, I am not giving voice over here. You have to read it more and more and get preparation. Where is playwright? What is playwright? Simile, soliloquy, elegy, sonnet. We have all learned it. কিন্তু আবার এখানে সবগুলো একসাথে দেওয়া হয়েছে, এগুলো বারবার পড়তে হবে। যেহেতু ভাইবা বোর্ড কোন ধরনের প্রশ্ন কি জিজ্ঞেস করে কিছুই বলা যাচ্ছে না, তাই আমাদের প্রিপারেশন সর্বোচ্চ প্রিপারেশনটা নিয়ে রাখতে হবে। আশা করছি এর মধ্যে থেকে অবশ্যই আপনারা কমন পাবেন। সবাই একটু পড়তে থাকি। অবশ্যই ভিডিওটা পজ করে বিভিন্ন অংশটা পড়বেন। আশা করছি এখান থেকেই কমন আসবে ইনশাল্লাহ। সবার ভাই ভাই ভালো হবে। এখানে নিচের অংশটা প্রথমে শুরু হয় হোয়াটস ইউর নেম, মাই নেমস, হোয়ার আর ইউ ফ্রম। এখানে নিজের কোথা থেকে এসেছেন সেটা বলবেন। হোয়াট ইজ ইউর ডিস্ট্রিক্ট ফেমাস ফর, এটা খুবই কমন কোশ্চেন, অনেককেই জিজ্ঞেস করে। এটা নিজের ডিস্ট্রিক্ট সম্পর্কে জেনে যেতে হবে। টেল সাম ফেমাস পারসন অফ ইউর ডিস্ট্রিক্ট, এই কোশ্চেনটা অবশ্যই জিজ্ঞেস করে। তারপরে একটা কমন প্রশ্ন আছে ইন্ট্রোডিউস ইউর সেলফ। এখানে গুড মর্নিং বা গুড আফটারনুন, ইভিনিং। থ্যাংক ইউ ভেরি মাচ ফর গিভিং মি আ চান্স টু সে সামথিং অ্যাবাউট মাই সেলফ। আই অ্যাম, নাম বলতে হবে। আই হ্যাভ কাম ফ্রম, আই হ্যাভ কমপ্লিটেড মাই গ্রাজুয়েশন ইন, সাবজেক্টের নাম, ফ্রম ইনস্টিটিউটের নাম, অ্যান্ড পোস্ট গ্রাজুয়েশন ফ্রম, মাস্টার্স কোত্থেকে করেছেন সেটা। আই হ্যাভ বিন টিচিং অ্যাজ অ্যান অ্যাসিস্ট্যান্ট টিচার, ইংলিশ টিচার অ্যাট। আপনি যদি কোথাও চাকরি করে থাকেন তাহলে এই লাইনটা প্রযোজ্য, আর না হলে দরকার নেই। তারপরে সিন্স ড্যাশ অ্যাজ এ গেস্ট টিচার অর পার্ট টাইম টিচার এখানে দিতে হবে। আর হোয়াট ইজ দ্য ফুল ফর্ম অফ টিচার, এটাও জিজ্ঞেস করতে পারে, বাট এবছর ভাইবা এখন পর্যন্ত এরকম পাওয়া যায়নি, বাট জিজ্ঞেস করতেই পারে। তারপর আছে টেল আস গুড কোয়ালিটিস অফ এ টিচার, এটাও খুবই কমন কোশ্চেন, জিজ্ঞেস করে। এটা কি হতে হবে? গুড কোয়ালিটি ইজ অলওয়েজ হেল্পফুল, প্যাশনেট, স্ট্রং ক্লাসরুম ম্যানেজমেন্ট, স্ট্রং কমিউনিকেটিভ স্কিল, গ্রেট প্যাশন ফর টিচিং, হ্যাজ অ্যাডাপ্টাবিলিটি। দেন পার্ট অফ স্পিচ, এখানে পার্ট অফ স্পিচ আবার এখানে রিভাইজ করা হয়েছে, আমরা আগেও কয়েকটা পড়েছি, এখানে বাকিগুলো আবার রিভাইজ করা হয়েছে। সেন্টেন্স কম্পোনেন্টস, সেন্টেন্সে কী থাকে, কয়টা পার্ট থাকে? দুইটা পার্ট, একটা হচ্ছে সাবজেক্ট আর একটা প্রেডিকেট। যার সম্পর্কে সেন্টেন্সটা বলা হয় সেটা হচ্ছে সাবজেক্ট, অ্যান্ড প্রেডিকেট যা কিছু বলা হয় সেটাই প্রেডিকেট। Object, the receiver of the action in a sentence is called object, the receiver. Type of sentence based on their purpose. এভাবে যদি প্রিপারেশন নেওয়া হয় সকল খুঁটিনাটি বিষয়গুলোর উপরে, তাহলে ইনশাআল্লাহ ভাইবা অবশ্যই ভালো হবে। ধন্যবাদ সবাইকে সম্পূর্ণ ভিডিওটি দেখার জন্য, আর সবার ভাইবার জন্য শুভকামনা রইল। আবার দেখা হচ্ছে পরবর্তী ভিডিওতে।